later. Come back later. Taking a shower. Sit down. On you go. Run another clip while I'm taking a shower. Okay. Just drying the hair. And I will be... Hi, how are you? Whew, what a busy day. That was all a little bit of a kerfuffle. Welcome to the channel, the 14th of May, Saturday 2022, yet another weekend. And without further ado, no dilly-dallying around, let's have a look at the levels. Kutan, 167.57. and the Three Gorges Dam 164.01, but look at the outflow. This is the highest outflow of the year of 2022, 23,000, so you can presume this level is going to go down quite rapidly now. The maximum outflow is 85,000, so we're a long way off that, and the sluice gates, I can imagine, are not open. I've looked at the webcam today and guess what? Still not working, still as dormant as a dormouse. Let's look at the weather. Rightio, the weather looks like this for the next coming days. The hand I've just put by the Three Gorges as a reference point, and you can just see that it is going through the Yangtze. It's just an update of yesterday. Nothing really actually on the Yangtze River itself related to the floods, so I think the Three Gorges Dam can actually go down while it has a chance. Now, what's happening in Guangzhou, next to, you can see like Hong Kong area, towards the southeast of the map, we are going to report now because there have been some rain, there has been some flooding, and there has been a news article about this, and I'm going to do my really bad reading for this. Major cities in South China, Guangdong province, including Guangzhou, have announced plans to suspend primary and middle schools as well as public transport ahead of the strongest rainstorms in 2022, which will bring the risk of flash floods and geological disasters, as well as a painful memory of what happened in Henan province last year. Experts express confidence that there will be more mature emergency response mechanisms and early preparations. Guangdong is unlikely to repeat what happened in Henan. Western forecasters in Guangdong said that the province is expected to have persistent heavy rain from Tuesday to Friday. The rain could be the strongest and the most expensive long-lasting this year, and it may only break daily records in some parts of the region, some authorities said. Over 50 warnings have been issued in Guangdong as of press time, including 11, and I repeat 11, red alerts. Nearly half of the cities and counties in the province are enveloped in strongest downpours with no signs of weakening. The heavy rainfall in Guangdong has an uneven distribution, and some places have seen extreme downpours, especially in provincial capitals, they said on Wednesday earlier this week. The State Control Department upgraded warning levels from a 4 to a 3 in Guangdong, as well as some of the Guangxi Autonomous Region, the areas around the states or around the province, while dispatching expert teams to help locals respond to the potential floods. To minimize the impact on lives, Guangzhou, two major Guangdong cities, have ordered the classes to suspend. Guangzhou advised residents to buy food and life necessities for at least 2 days. Fully notified and prepared, Guangdong residents joked and said they had thought of preparations before. Well done for the residents, clever thinking, far better than the CCP. Chinese monsoons are normally from the Pacific Ocean, bringing a large amount of water vapor. When the hot and humid air meets the cold air coming in from the north of the country, it will form heavy rains. South China's Guangdong and Guangxi are the extreme entrances of the monsoons, therefore rainfall will be largely large and quality and in scale and quality. What else do we have to say? This is sort of reminding people again of the records, of triggering records in Henan province last year, where nearly 15 million people were affected in Henan. Please note that the images that I am showing related to this is just stock footage. This is not what's happening on the video related to it, but there aren't any videos that I can find on the internet related to this. Now, what's happening in other places? You may remember this picture in Shanghai a couple of 3 or 4 days ago with the red sky. Well, in the same area that we're talking about, look at this river with the red, just a red river, like the Red Sea, so to speak, even though the Red Sea is not red. But is this sort of like a phenomenon? Is this sort of like what's happening? Moving on, Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong is right next to the Guangdong province, and it is known as the wettest city in China, and possibly in the world, so to speak. And with that, how come it doesn't do or have the floods as bad as Shenzhen, even though Shenzhen is a very modern city, or Guangzhou, which is quite an old city? The reason is because they have, guess what, tunnels underneath, flood tunnels, well built, good construction. I'm not going to brag, but I try not to brag, can I rephrase that? But this was built by the British when Hong Kong was under British rule. I don't know really what to say anything else with that. So that's why they do have heavy rain, but you won't have as many floods as you would have in mainland China. Okay, a little bit earlier today on this channel, I did make a video related to is it CCP propaganda or is it beautiful China? And I'm going to show you a small clip. Now, if you want to watch the full clip, then go to the link in the description below. That's really going to show you the full 7 minutes. But here's like a minute or two with some music of that. It's filmed very well. It's filmed by professionals. You can see this is from Chinese state media, but it is done quite nicely. And these places do exist in China. And again, is this beautiful China or is this state media propaganda that I'm showing? Let's get into the countryside. And my famous saying, it looks like this. Okay, time for the advertising. On my other channel, Travel and Living in Southeast Asia, I did put I'm starting a new thing called We Travel, where I can show you certain places in Southeast Asia. And I asked, what would you like to see? So some of the messages I got on both channels so far. One is gardens. Yep, I can do that. That's no problem. I would love to see historical sites. Yep, we can do that. We have done that before. We do have Angkor Wat, the former capital of Cambodia and one of the biggest capitals in the world a long, long time ago. But it's just like a historical site now. Waterfalls, yep, we are planning to do that, and possibly that's going to be later in the year when there's little rain and you can get there. It's about a 50-kilometer drive, about 30 miles away. And what we are going to do on Thursday, so the video should be out on Friday, is can you go into the restaurant and film the chef making some scrummy, I like the word scrummy food. We are going to go into one of our favorite cafes called Little Cafe. You can have a nice meal, a nice lunch for about $10. So like 13 UK pounds. But as we know the owners, we can actually go into the kitchen, and I sort of even decided what I'm going to have. I'm going to have chicken lok lak, and I'm not too sure what Soapy's going to have, but that'll be coming up. We're going to film it this Thursday and should be out Thursday night or Friday morning for you. And the good news is from Donald. It's a good day. We have shipped 10 mugs, almost halfway. So what's he talking about? This is about these $15 for the a mug, available in the United States of America. It's buy a mug, help a child. And now that we're very close to halfway, we're going to start to organize the orphanage that we want to go to. I had a conversation with my girlfriend last night related to that. She knows some NGOs that are run by French companies. Now, we're not going to give them the money. We're going to buy food. We're going to buy rice, for example, lots of bags of rice. We're going to buy slippers, and we're going to buy t-shirts. And we should, in theory, have maybe, don't quote me on this, I haven't really discussed this much with Donald, we're going to have maybe like, maybe $500–600 for this. That can go a long way, and it's just going to bring a smile to a child that they're going to have some food, or some basic food, they're going to have some nice new clothes to wear. Don't worry, it's not Versace, it's like a 50-cent t-shirt and a $1 pair of slippers, for example. That's the whole idea of that. And I think it's time for a little break, yes. That really brings us to a close on this Saturday morning when I'm recording this. It will be released 6:45 p.m. my time, 7:45 p.m. Hong Kong time. Why am I saying this? Because it will be that time when it's going to be released anyhow. But if you do want to say thanks, if you do want to say super thanks, there is a button on your YouTube channel where you can just click and you can help the James Neil Cooper Beer Foundation Fund. I am actually looking to get some better equipment, and I only want to do this not through my personal expense, but through the money I make through YouTube, etc. So anything there would really help, but a beer would be nice as well. It is a little bit of groveling, so let's move on from that. And I do have a Patreon account you can see in the link description below, and you can be a member. Woo, so many things you can do. Thank you so much for your time. My name is James. This is the James Neil Cooper channel. I will see you hopefully, inshallah, Bukhara, which is Arabic for I will see you tomorrow, God willing, on Sunday. Bye-bye for now. Thank you, as always, for the time.